And I'm back with another episode of Real Life Movie Talk. Mind your business. John here.
Yep.
AKA the most important part of this show. Go ahead, who's this?
That's facts. Hey, I feel like this is Ben's way of squeezing me out.
But we did put you in the
Chris,
middle.
get your content up. So we're going to bring another person on, and if you can't hold up, another step out the door, bro.
It's happening in cycles.
Next week he'll be here, and then the week after that he'll be out.
Yeah.
Well, damn. It's your boy Chris.
Blockbuster Ben. Here we are. As you can see, we got some new digs going on right here. We are in John's basement. We relocated. We brought John back permanently, for the most part, I think. You know, he has to perform, but we'll see what happens.
Thank you. I'll do my best.
Yeah. But we just, with everything kind of starting to get back to normal, everybody's getting busier. And podcast episodes were kind of down, so we were trying to consolidate nights that we dedicate to this. So everything's going to be done on Thursday nights now. Yep. And because the podcast setup is here, I was like, hey, he's got a bar, let's move it over there, see what happens. So we're going to do it from here.
The old 2 birds, 1 stone.
Yeah. Yes, indeed. So yeah, that's where we're at.
It's got a good lineup for us tonight, right? We're going to review the F9, and then we're going to do a fun game of...
Ultimate Blockbuster Night. See, this is what I'm doing. Again.
My idea, I have no idea what it's called.
Next week.
Yeah.
And we'll do Loki too, so we're getting into some good content. Stick around.
Yep.
Listen to the opinions of geniuses such as myself and...
That's just it.
I'm really the only genius here, if we're going to be honest with ourselves.
Chromesy Chris.
Chromesy? I don't know if we can say that, John.
Sorry.
Beep.
I'm already off. My bad. Sorry. Sorry, listeners.
Okay, no. Let's get into it. Beers.
Yep.
What do we got?
So I was re-gifted the strawberry shortcake ale.
I saved you one. You one.
He bought these for Breezy and saved me one out of kindness of his heart because he's a very thoughtful Ben. This is Heavy Seas beer. Shout out Heavy Seas. Big thanks for supporting us through all of this. We love your beers. I've never had this. I'm going to pop it now. Give it a shot. Not a shot, a sip.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
It's Did you?
I saw the face you made in the pocket in the review. That face right there.
It's good after, like you said, after the first one, it starts going down easier.
Yeah.
I mean, it just reminds me like strawberry shortcake. Honestly, I don't taste the beer in it at all.
No, it's heavy. It's got, you can tell it's got lactose in it.
It leaves like a film on your mouth almost, but it's not bad though. I like it. Good job.
I'm rocking, obviously, Miller Lite. I got my John and Jen koozie representing over here. My boy John. Look at the transformation.
65 pounds ago.
It's so funny, man. Yeah. I love that.
That was mine and my wife's first vacation. We went to... Actually, we took my buddy Phil. He was a fucking third wheel. Yeah. There was a bunch of us that were...
Drink for custom John. We have rules.
Shoot.
Yeah, we do.
Dag nabbit. I ain't going to be drunk.
Yeah. So you took a third wheel on vacation?
Yeah, we went to Vegas.
Okay.
A bunch of people were going to go, and then everybody backed out, and Phil was like, I'm still down to go. He bought his plane ticket. I was like, so we got a room with 2 beds.
Yep.
He came, he stayed there for 2 days. So awkward. I mean, the room thing was a big deal because we just slept there, you know what I mean? I played poker most of the time, but like, when we went out, we basically, it was Halloween, if you see in the pictures. We picked the clubs based off...
Oh, you don't normally dress like that?
On the weekend.
He's wearing a hat like that right now.
Yeah, give or take. That was my mobster days. Now I'm
Hell
beaching.
yeah.
I went from a mobster to a beach boy. What can you say?
Nice.
Check the tan, bro.
Yeah.
Which way's the beach, show?
That way. Or maybe over there.
Yeah, right there.
Neither here nor there. We went to clubs, based off like the parties that they were having, and like we would stand up. Me and Jen would get we went to this VIP area. And we set Phil down, like, look at that group of girls. Go down there, you know what I'm saying? Do your thing. You take them back to the room, we'll stay out. We go down there, and he's just like... He's so awkward, dude.
He's the back to the room with his friend and his girlfriend?
It had to be something like that, dude.
What is the movie where the guy's like, you want to come home? Is that Paul Rudd? Paul Rudd says it, right? Or Steve Carell?
I can see Paul Rudd saying it. Was it Steve Carell and 40-Year-Old Virgin?
Hey, you want to come home? Hey, no, it's Jason Segel.
Oh.
It's Jason Segel in, I think, Knocked Up.
Okay.
Hey, you want to come home? Ridiculous. Oh, man. But I brought back the Denizens Brewing Company, Georgia Ave Sour, because I loved it so much, and I had 4 left. So I'm gonna keep plugging away. I haven't been to the place yet, but I do plan on going.
Yeah, let's make a trip with it.
And I'm really enjoying these beers. This will probably be like a rotation in my fridge because I like it so much.
Okay.
Popcorn, Chris. We got the Toffee Almond, right?
Toffee Almond. We're bringing that back. John has not tried it yet.
Nope.
I'm excited for him to try it. I think it's delicious.
Great popcorn. You already know what we think.
What is toffee? Is it like coffee with a T? Is it?
No, it's not. No, it's. I don't know what it is.
Is it a candy?
Yeah.
Toffees? Is that a candy or something?
It tastes like something grandmas would have in their pocket for you.
Oh yeah, like a caramellos.
Like the Werther's original.
I've had it
Werther.
like.
Werther's.
I could be an idiot right now. I think it's like an English thing. You know?
Toffee?
Yeah, like across.
Like a tea coffee.
Like across.
Literally
the
like Werther's.
Yeah.
Yeah, very similar.
Good. Very good.
It reminds me of caramel.
And it's got the. I think normally it's more hard. Like if you like get a piece of chocolate with toffee in it, it's like a crunch thing.
It's actually pretty damn crunchy though.
Well, that's the almonds.
Does that cuss? Does that count as a cuss?
Nah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
Ben didn't drink for saying hell.
Did I?
Nope.
All right. Okay.
Wow. Didn't say it though.
Yeah, I got you. So what do you think? You like, right? Good.
Oh yeah.
Cool.
It's just, I mean, if they put a caramel one here and this one, I don't know that. I'd have to taste them side by side, but
Yeah.
it reminds me of
It's
caramel.
It's a little bitter.
But to be perfectly fair, caramel is one of my favorite popcorn, so
Right.
they did a good job. And I
And
love how they cook their popcorn. It's
Yeah.
always so well cooked.
There's real slices of almonds in there too, like legit. It's
Yeah,
pretty cool.
chopped up. Yeah.
Okay.
That's why it was $16.
Yeah, it's not a cheap bag,
But you pay for
they
quality.
they hook us up.
Yeah, you pay for
so
quality.
we can tell you guys how good it is and go support them.
I would buy it.
Yeah, definitely. All right, so let's jump into some movie stuff now.
Sure.
What have you guys been watching? Now I like this little bit that we kind of started doing where we talk about things we're watching outside of the reviews. Briefly, just kind of what have you been watching? What are you liking? What are you not liking? Like for example, we just finished season 1 of The Wire. I talked about The Wire last week, but we finished
We
season
can
1.
also do. Okay.
Yeah, just TV shows, movies,
Okay.
whatever. Anything you're watching throughout the week, just kind of on your own. But again, we finished season 1 of The Wire, dude.
What do you think?
I've seen it before, but
Oh.
it's been forever.
Yeah.
Courtney's never seen it,
So good.
but it's incredible.
Is
Oh
Is
man,
it hard for you to look forward to season 2 though?
no,
The docs.
I think I said this last week, so I don't want to harp on it, but I'm enjoying the gangster shit is
Yeah.
cool. Excuse me,
Ooh, who cussed more already?
but I like the political stuff too.
Yeah.
like that. I just when I saw it when I was young,
We have the same mayor.
I just never.
It's literally the same mayor down there.
Yeah, I just
exactly
so
the same. It's
accurate.
just corrupt.
Yeah, and I just never, like, it didn't land when I was younger.
How
But-
is it that we had? I'm sorry.
No, just in the inner workings of the police, how corrupt that stuff is too.
How is it that it was that corrupt? They make a six season series of five season
Yep.
series about it on a premium network that is nationally acclaimed, honestly.
And at the time, it was like a
and
good
we
show.
still have the same exact issues, same amount of drugs, same amount of poverty, same issues at school,
Yeah.
same issues with police, same issues with politicians. We literally publicize that nothing has changed at all.
Yeah.
I don't want to get deep into politics, but
No,
that's
no.
hilarious to me that
I think
if nothing changes, nothing changes,
I
right?
think we're close to like a Batman situation.
Downtown?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're gonna have a vigilante hero soon.
Okay.
It could be you.
No.
You got to be a millionaire.
It's enough for me.
Billionaire.
Billionaire.
I'm close.
These days.
Have
Back
you,
in,
and you
have
gotta-
you seen AMC stock? I'm close.
Well, and you gotta have
Not those.
a British butler as well.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
Nah, I
he
don't
would be
wanna-
his own British butler.
I don't want a butler.
What about you guys? Have you guys been watching anything?
Yes, and I can't harp on this enough. Watch Ted Lasso.
Okay.
It is amazing.
Okay.
It's not the funniest thing you're ever going to see. It's like a long string of dad jokes, but he's a genuinely good guy throughout the whole show. And it's like a sense of family, sense of values, all tied into this comedy that's ridiculous and amazing. I love it.
You love those kind of shows.
Yeah.
It's different than I think you think it might be.
Okay, because I remember, what was that one show you had me watch where the guy made the fake Starbucks?
Oh, that was Nathan for you.
and you
And that
love-
show is hilarious.
Okay, so some of that is funny, but I don't like Tosh, and that's one of your guys. I don't like people that like make jokes and they're like laugh at it. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I made this joke, now you laugh. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
And I feel like he may be more genuine, that guy that you're talking about.
It's the dude from Horrible Bosses.
The Ted Lasso show?
Yeah.
Which one?
The one that has sex with everybody.
Oh, okay. The one that goes and has sex with
Jason
Jennifer.
Sudeikis.
The Sudeikis. Love that guy.
He is hilarious.
It's good.
Yeah.
But he also, it's more than just the comedy. Like, he says deep stuff.
Okay.
He was working late one night, and the owner said, "Oh, burn the midnight oil." He said, "Well, you know what they say? The harder you work, the luckier you are." And I was like, wow. And then it's because
that's actually pretty great.
It's amazing because they say everybody with success is just lucky.
Right.
They never contributed to the hard work. So
Right.
he says, the harder you work, the luckier you are. And I was like,
I
definitely saying that.
I got one episode left of the newest season of Mythic Quest, and then I think I'm going to jump over to Ted Lasso. Yeah.
You watch anything?
Yellowstone.
Yes.
And that stuff, son of a gun, is good.
Catching up.
Okay, so I'm on season 3, episode 2.
Hell yeah.
And it has been good the whole way.
The season 4 trailer dropped today.
Yeah, I seen it. I didn't even watch it yet. I saw you. I posted on Facebook. But
it was supposed to come out this summer. Delays,
Yeah.
I'm sure. But yeah, I can't.
same with Ozark. Ozark was supposed to come out already, but it hasn't yet. But I'm very satisfied with Yellowstone.
It's
I mean,
great. It's
yeah,
great.
It's a very. Yeah, I mean, it's I try not to figure out where shows are going or whatever, but just Kevin Costner's incredible in this. I mean, this is by far one. I mean, he's done a lot of great movies, and this is one of his best. He does this thing a lot. Like
yeah.
he does this right when he's about to say something. He does that with his tongue. I don't know why I'm like there he goes. He's about to say something.
Wisdom.
He's about to say something. I know what it is.
He's great.
But
man.
I mean, it's a good show. I like everybody in there to do Rip.
Rip's the best.
Yeah.
Rip is awesome.
Yeah.
One of the buddies, this dude Dave. He went to
East Level Headers.
his wife went to school with Jay. But he is one of the guys. He's like, you gotta watch about Yellowstone. You gotta watch.
Bro,
they just got a dog and they
I
named him
thought
Rip.
you were about to say his wife went to school with Britt. Like, I thought that's where that story was
John
going.
had a 4 cents lead up to. He told me to watch the show.
Oh
To be
man.
fair, it was 2 things.
Yeah.
He named his dog Rip.
Yeah.
Danny told me to watch.
That's
the dog.
funny.
But
That's really funny.
he swore by it, so I gave it a shot, and it was been worth it.
It's great,
Yeah.
man. It's great.
Yeah.
I try to tell people it's I think one of the best current shows on TV.
Yeah, you have been saying that for a while.
Yeah, and people just don't want to listen. They're like, oh, Western. And I'm like, you don't understand.
Not a Western.
It's a modern Western. It's a Western, but it's like now. They're still riding horses, shooting lever action. Right. Like, man, I can't. I'm glad you said that because I can't say enough good things about it.
It's amazing. Yeah.
I've never seen The Sopranos, like enough of them. I've seen some of The Sopranos, but like what I think, it's just like gangster cowboys. It's what it reminds me of. Like, what was the one with the Amish people? Banshee.
I'm watching that right now too.
Okay.
We're on a break between seasons.
Is that good?
2 and 3. Yeah.
So season 1 was awesome. The first couple episodes, I'd stopped it. I need to finish that because the first 2 episodes of season 2, they were like,
It's
like fantastic.
Amish.
Monsters.
Well, yes, yeah, and but the main character, like his backstory and the way the whole thing sets up, and and there's Russians, and it's like there's a lot with it. It's really. I'm gonna start it over again.
Okay.
We blew through a couple seasons recently, and then we took like a pause, and we're doing some other things, and then we're gonna jump back into it.
And then another one I'm gonna restart is Snowfall. That's a great show.
Great show.
Yeah.
Have you seen Peaky Blinders?
Oh, it's the best show. It's
So Ben needs to watch
I
it.
know.
Peaky Blinders. I swear to God, other than Breaking Bad, that's my favorite show.
Okay. All right.
Peaky Blinders is so it's one of
It's Peaky Blinders.
It's one of the few shows I will have no problem rewatch. I can just sit and rewatch the whole entire season.
Okay.
Because it's you miss little things,
I've seen it
especially
all
the
twice.
Okay.
conversations.
All right.
Sorry.
The accents. That's yeah.
You watch with subtitles.
Yeah. All right, so that's cool. A lot of like recommendations there too. Things we've been liking. We're gonna jump into Loki.
Okay.
Episode 4 recap. If you want to talk briefly about what you've thought up to this point, John, because Chris and I have already kind of covered 1, 2,
did
and 3.
3?
We did 1, 2, and 3. Yep. So we're on 4 now. I like these last 2 episodes. They've been a little slower. Like 3 and 4, more character development, more backstory, and I'm liking that. And I think where they left us at the end of episode 4, it's gonna we're just right at the.
Is there only 2 more?
Yep,
Okay.
it's only a 6-episode miniseries. But what have you thought so far of the show?
I think it's been a great show. Honestly, I really like how they made him DB Cooper. That was a really really neat little
It's a
plot
fun little
twist.
play, yeah.
That was really really cool. I like that a lot. I thought it was cool how they in episode 3 where they had all the extra stones. They're just all over the place in the drawers, and they're using them as honestly, that little detail right there can set up so many storylines. Can introduce. I mean, you could just see Thor out of nowhere. You could, you could walk into a time period and just see all different kinds of variant. Literally, you could walk into somebody who has no memory of their past, and it could be like Bruce Banner or something like that. Just because.
You know what's crazy? We didn't even talk about that. And what John's referring to, if you haven't seen it, is in this the time what is it, TVA?
TVA.
TVA.
Yeah.
TVA.
Time variant allowance or something.
Not allowance, it's authority.
Authority.
But like they at one point they're like going through desk drawers, and there's
Well, Loki asked the kid who took the evidence from him.
Yeah.
And he said, "I want my Tesseract back," because
Yeah.
he thought he could use it there. Because
Yeah.
he still hadn't accepted the fact that where they were. That's when he gets it. He just goes, "Is this the most powerful place in the universe?" or something like that. And that's when he realized. That's when he like stops trying to escape and realizes that where he is. There's no power.
Yeah.
You're just human.
Yeah, and it's a drawer full of Infinity Stones,
And they're everywhere.
That are basically paperweights.
Yes, that's
Where
exactly
they're-
what
where-
the guy exactly calls them that.
Yeah, where they're at, and which is crazy to think about because of what they meant in the MCU to this point, and we're just looking at them like these are nothing.
How crazy! The part that before they did that, like I was like, these must all be gods, because that little kid, the little guy, when he just grabs it, I was like, oh, who's this guy? And then you find out later that it's not really anybody, but it does. I mean, there's all the stones are there.
Yep.
So it does allow for them to introduce any character they want. It just a little detail like that completely broadens the show.
A lot of details I think they've been paying attention to that are like leave it to where we can go.
Anyway,
bring
it's
us-
very smart, very
And the
smart, very
Loki
creative.
thing, it's
Yeah,
just-
very creative writing.
Here we
Yeah.
go.
So this episode picked up like right again at the cliffhanger. Loki and Sylvie, they get rescued by the TVA and brought back and arrested,
Right.
and then it kind of goes from there. And I really enjoyed just like the character development in these episodes, like learning about like you find out, spoiler alert, you find out like this whole show they've been preaching that the TVA created these people, and you find out no, they were kidnapping these people and wiping their memories.
Yep.
You
And-
find that out in the third one, right?
but I thought it was
No.
I thought it was this
Well,
one.
remember at the end of the third one, they come into the room and the girl's there, and she's like, "I remember. It was
yeah,
real. It was
okay.
real. It was real."
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this is where they really elaborate
Well,
on it.
it explains it.
Yeah.
You had to dissect that yourself in that episode.
Yeah.
But it explains, and you kind of get a little hint of it too when the B-15, the heavyset black lady,
Yeah.
when she comes to and she's like,
Yeah.
"What the hell
Yeah.
did I just see?"
Yeah.
And then is it in episode 3 where they show her talking to her? What's her name?
Sylvie.
Talking to the other girl at the restaurant.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
episode 3.
so they give you a little bit, but there's no way you would know that. You would think more that she's just taking her there to try to keep her comfortable.
In episode 3, Loki says, "How are you doing that?" She said, "I'm not forcing the memories. I'm just accessing them."
Right.
Yeah.
And that's where he realized that the people at TVA
Right.
had come somewhere. They
The
didn't
master
create it.
time.
Oh, okay,
keepers,
okay, yeah.
So what do you think episode 4?
I really liked episode 4. I like they show you at the very beginning. It starts with Sylvie as a child, and they show that leads right into like the TVA kidnapping her, and it just goes right off to the races. They did some other things that were crazy. Like again, spoiler alert: Owen Wilson comes back, and then Owen Wilson gets vaporized, whatever that tool is that they have. What do they call it? Purge? Not purge.
Nope. Plundered? Nope.
It's a P.
It's a P for sure.
Yeah. So he's dead.
Purified.
No. Pruned. They
Pruned.
prune him.
They
Yep.
prune him.
They prune him.
Yeah.
So he's gone.
Yeah.
And then
That's a big spoiler alert.
I said spoiler alert.
No.
Yeah, I said spoiler
Spoiler.
alert.
Not as big as the other one.
And then like a little bit later,
Yeah. The very end.
there's the one thing the very end, Loki gets pruned as well. And can we just talk about that fight scene for a second because it did not look good.
No, it was terrible.
It was like the worst choreographed fight scene I've ever seen
Part
in
of
my
the
life.
reason I didn't like that episode.
Yeah, it was it was so slow.
Yeah.
I was like, this is bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the content of the episode was good, but that was just.
And some of the other fight scenes from the previous episodes were pretty good.
Yeah.
Like that one, there was a lot of moving parts. You had the guys in the background. You know what I mean? It was a lot. There was a lot going on there.
Yeah.
People were trying to avoid okay.
Yeah.
I don't really watch. I don't pay attention much in fight scenes.
Well, that's how noticeable it was for me.
Yeah.
Right.
Like that was like, oh, this is not good.
Yeah. I love fight scenes. I love
Yeah.
karate movies.
Do you like the episode?
I really like. Well, so like you were saying, up until the point where Owen Wilson got pruned, I assumed that pruned meant zapped out of existence.
Yep.
And that's kind of what they led you to believe. And he was probably my favorite character in the whole series. So when that happened, I was like, man, that sucks. But it wasn't a big climax.
Right.
No.
Like
Very anticlimactic.
They didn't show any emotion. They didn't seem to really care.
Right.
And then it was like, oh well, then that can't be the end of him.
Right.
And then
There was zero dialect leading up to it. They're like, oh, you found out?
oh, he's dead. The guy's dead.
And then when it happened to Loki, it was kind of just like, I was like, oh man, they're going there. Because
Right.
at that point, we're still believing like they're gone.
That was
Yeah.
that's straight Game of Thrones style. Oh,
Yeah.
you like this guy? Dead.
Same thing. I was watching it and I was like, what are they gonna call the show now?
Right, this is next level.
Sylvia.
Sylvia.
But then there's a post. The fight sequence ends, and you find out that timekeepers are mechanical robots, basically. I mean, we don't know who's controlling them at this point. And then there's a post-credit scene, and Loki wakes up in another place.
Spoiler: Loki is not dead.
Loki's not dead. This is all.
Safe to assume that
Yeah.
that Owen Wilson's what is his name?
Almost.
No, Mobius.
Mobius. Yeah, Mobius is not dead either.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know if they get sent to the same place or not, but
Yeah.
did you notice the place?
No, so that's what I'm waiting for you to give us.
All right, hope. End of credit scene.
Post-credit
Fancy episode
scene.
now.
Yep.
Yeah.
You find out that Sylvia gets taken as a little girl.
Yep.
Sylvie.
She's
Sylvie.
whatever her name is.
Sylvie.
She's gone from a child. She is stuck in hiding for her entire life. Did we say that already?
Well, so the way obviously you guys find out, but the way they keep from pushing the blip is that she goes to worlds that are going to die.
Yeah.
So there's no change in the timeline.
But she never did anything wrong. They did it for something that she was going to do in the future.
Like Total Recall,
Right.
essentially. That's
So-
exactly what they did.
Or Minority Report.
That's what I meant. Minority Report.
Yes.
Minority Report. That's exactly what they did.
And then now what's the end of credit scene?
So the end of credit scene, you see Loki wake up, and there's a group of what are Lokis. There's a Komodo dragon version of him. There's a young Loki. There's an older version of Loki, and there's one called like a boastful Loki. He's a black guy, but he's got a Thor. They got
I thought it
Thor's
was
hammer.
I thought it was Thor.
But they're all versions of Loki.
Yeah.
But if you pay attention even more, and you look in the back right hand side, you see a Stark Tower.
I did not notice that.
Yeah.
The scene is so quick.
I paused it.
Okay, yeah,
I
I gotta go back
I
and look.
paused it to look around. If
Did
you
you
look,
research?
No, well, after the fact, because I wanted to know who those guys were.
Yeah.
I noticed the one guy, the older guy with the original
Yeah.
Loki horns.
Yeah.
And then I
The ugly costume.
well, the thing that threw me off, I immediately looked at the hammer.
Yeah.
And I was like, and then I paused it. I was like, wait a minute, I'm going to miss something. And if you look to the right, it looks like was it New York City?
Wow.
Yeah, you see the Stark Tower, demolished.
Okay.
So
All
I'm pretty
right.
sure that's where they are.
Cool.
Yeah.
So
That's why not to deter too much, but leading up to that point, I thought the episode was just okay
Yeah.
because I thought episode 3 was really, really good, and it gave you like a lot to get into. And then I don't know, you kind of hyped me a little bit with it was it was you, right, that said it's like really trippy, and I didn't think it was as I didn't think it was as trippy.
well, I didn't see the end credit scene until
Yeah,
today.
well,
so I still thought Loki was just dead.
Yeah. So yeah. Well,
Until right before, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, but that ending credit scene. I mean, especially if that is the Stark Tower. It gives you right. It gives
Speaking
you
of Game of Thrones, like it's opening a lot of portals that I'm scared aren't going to be finished in 2 more episodes.
Oh no, they'll do what Game of Thrones did. Just wrap every episode, every
Just
season
trip-
up into one.
trip right in there.
It's an hour and a half. We're gonna put millions and millions of viewers.
All right, so what are some questions you want answered from this show? Me, I'll go first. I want to know who the timekeepers are.
Yep.
Sure.
I kind of like that they Wizard of Oz'd it. They chop one of the timekeepers' heads off. Turns out it's a robot. So
And the funny part is when he
they're
does that, the other ones laugh.
yeah,
That was a cool little bit because whoever is controlling and whoever is manipulating the whole thing, I feel like, and maybe not, but I feel like whoever it is has been in plain sight.
Probably.
You know what I mean?
Probably.
We have seen or has been in the background or something. I think at some point they're going to show who it was, and it would be cool if they just panned through the series and you were like, holy crap!
Kind of
You've
like a
been here the whole time.
WandaVision.
Yeah. That style of thing.
Yep. What else?
another thing Another thing I'm interested in knowing is what Sylvie did to get there, like who she is.
Why they came and got her?
Because
Yeah.
I remember before WandaVision started, there were a lot of rumors on the net that said WandaVision was going to introduce something that tied into Doctor Strange's multiverse movie. Well, it didn't.
Right.
This seems like it has that real possibility to step right into that. So if Doctor Strange shows up at some point, that'd be kind of cool.
So I agree with that. What was the that love connection that they had?
That's so weird.
I mean, it is super duper weird, But whatever was about to happen was the craziest blip that they've seen in the series.
Right.
You know, in the series of timeline events, that was the worst. That one went straight up. It's completely perpendicular to the timeline. It was the worst one that they've seen. It was only 2 people.
So they're gonna bang, blow the thing up, have a little Loki baby.
A Loki baby.
And that's how the 17-year Locusts start.
They're gonna call him Loki squared, because that's weird.
Yeah.
I got a podcast joke, but I'm not gonna say. I'm gonna save it for over there.
Cool.
Yep.
All right. What about you?
All right.
I mean, you hit the questions. That's what I want to know.
All of it.
Yeah. I mean, I don't have any crazy. You know, I want to know how this is going to tie in at the end. That's where I'm always looking. Like, where is this going to lead to at the end? How is it going to tie to the next thing? How are they going to wrap it all up in a bow and like give it to like here it is?
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Is there something you want to see happen?
God, I don't know, man. I really don't know if I want like anything specific, other than I think. Bro, I don't know if, like, can you keep, we don't know where, like, I mean, Loki's where he is, but, like, can you, I don't think I need him more after this. Like, what I'm maybe hoping is that they give us some setup for future things, but Loki dies. Like, the actual, like, Tom Hiddleston dies. Like, again, like, I can't, like, I just don't need him again. You know what I mean? That's, and I think that's.
Well, sorry, Tom.
Yeah, sorry, dude.
Get the axe, bro.
What are you going to do? I'd rather have the Sylvie going forward. Like,
Really?
give me more of her, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
They are setting up in these series a bunch of female superheroes, which is awesome.
Yeah.
They're gonna have their own like female Avengers in 2 years.
Which I think is a thing.
Yeah,
I think it exists.
probably.
Yeah. But,
All
yeah, looking forward to the last 2 episodes. We got one next week and the one after. So we'll be tying all that up here shortly.
Yep. I want to see Doctor Strange show up,
Oh, that'd be sick.
or like end this the beginning of his movie or something.
That'd also be sick.
Yeah, I would love to see that. All right. So what else we got?
The movie.
Oh, moving on.
Fast 9.
F9.
Yeah, F9, the Fast Saga. What a title. I mean, they really know how to make a title of a movie. Huh? It's something. So
They didn't want to make the title too it.
yeah.
They didn't write anything for the whole movie anyway.
Yeah,
Why write a
so
title?
we went and saw it last night. My wife included, out at AMC. And you know, it's kind of funny. You know,
Oh, to the moon, AMC.
please, because they need money to fix the air condition. At least in Columbia.
Wow.
It was stuffy in that movie theater.
Yeah, they apologized when we walked in.
Yeah.
They got them squishy leather seats. I felt like every
My
time I
leg
was like,
was stuck. Yeah.
every time I picked my leg, it was gross.
Yeah.
My
But
Reese's melted.
yeah. Overall, the experience, like the Dolby Cinema, I love that there.
Yep.
It's loud and the chairs comfy, whatever.
Feel it in the seats, which is really cool.
Yeah.
But it came out just this past weekend. It was rated PG-13, 2 hours and 25 minutes, so it's a long one. Doesn't feel crazy long though, because it's like a
I agree with that.
fast ride.
It's
right?
a Jackson the whole time.
There we go.
Fast Ride, just name the next one.
Yeah. Directed by Justin Lin, who directed Tokyo Drift, Fast and Furious 4, Tokyo Drift, Fast and Furious, which is the 4th one, Fast 5, obviously the 5th one, and then Fast and Furious 6. So he directed a bunch
Is
of
that
them.
the 6th one?
What?
Fast and Furious.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah. So, and then he left the series after 6
Smart.
and didn't come back until this one. And I saw a little bit of an article. I didn't get a chance to read much of it, but it had something to do with the way they handled Han's death in Fast and Furious 6. I think.
He wrote back, I'm not doing it unless you let me bring him back.
I think that's honest to God. I think that was like what the article was hinting at. But again, I didn't get a chance to read the whole thing. Yeah, because he said he didn't like the way they tied it to like Deckard Shaw and how they played that whole thing out.
Right.
So I don't know.
Him just
I
showing
didn't
up.
like it
Him
either.
just showing up and throwing the chain.
Yeah. So, written also, Justin Lin wrote the screenplay with a guy named Daniel Casey. And the plot of this movie, man, I don't even know how to begin on this, but basically, because the plot that's in the description on IMDb, what they write as the plot, is that Cypher enlists Dom's brother Jacob to help, but that's not what it is.
Nah.
So it's at the beginning of the movie. I'm just going to kind of break it down. At the beginning of the movie, Mr. Nobody's plane goes down, right? And
Well, it's overtaken.
it's overtaken. So it crashes in Central America. Dom and Letty are living in basically isolation with Dom's son. Roman and Tez show up with Ramsey, and they're like, "Hey, this happened. The plane went down. He sent us the message. We need to go figure out what's going on."
Right.
So then they go to Central America, to this country I've never heard of that has the most impressive army I think I've ever seen.
Like a Rochute or something.
Yeah, Montecito something.
Montecasinto.
So they track down this signal. They find the crash plane, and it just sends them again on an international freaking just wild government, like the ultimate weapon to take down civilization.
The whole world.
It's crazy.
Satellite.
It's really crazy.
Control every weapon. What I didn't understand,
It's
it was like
computers,
it was
right?
Yeah, but they also said like non-computerized weapons or something like that.
Yeah.
The way they made it seem was like
Firing
you can just
guns.
fire a gun.
Yeah.
Shit.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Guns do kill people.
It's called Ares, and it's just this insane weapon. I don't.
God of War. It's clever writing.
Yeah.
So the idea of a weapon that could control every satellite seems realistic.
Yeah.
But the way that whole thing is
That's probably what Elon Musk.
to be
is doing
honest
right
with
now.
you, that might be the most realistic idea in the whole movie. Everything else in the movie is I mean, you guys have seen the other ones. If you haven't, I
Watch them. They had the cheat code.
Yeah.
I know every movie's gonna suck, and I want to see every movie. Every time it comes out, I'm like,
Right.
I'm going to watch it,
Right.
and I know that I'm not gonna like it every time.
So
Well, I don't agree with all that.
I
really
go
love
in
them
there-
up to 7.
I go there with a completely open mind to the fact that I know this is going to be ridiculous.
Insane.
This is going to be the most ridiculous. Carry a car, pull a chopper down with a hand, with 2 hands.
Yeah.
Torpedo.
Push a torpedo. Throw a truck into an airplane.
Yep.
While double backflipping and look. Vin Diesel saves 2 different people with cars. One lands on his car. He knocks the car into somebody else and saves them. As if that wouldn't have hurt. Turn it.
Yeah.
They get right back up.
Yeah. I mean, but again, like you just said, I go into this.
That's because they're invincible.
The movie is exactly what I expected
Yes.
it to be. So I am able to enjoy it
Yes.
for what it is, and because I've grown up with these characters.
Right.
The first one came out in 2001 when I was in middle school.
I loved that one.
That's one of the
I
only
love
movies.
that movie. I thought
You
the
talking
movie
about
was-
Romeo? I love his character.
That's
Who?
the second one.
In two, yeah.
Yeah, but the first one.
Rome.
Oh,
Yeah.
The first one, that might be one of the only movies I've ever seen twice in the movie theater. When I was young, I think the first Tomb Raider I saw twice. A lot of the Avengers movies I've seen, but at that point,
Right, that
it
one,
had
yeah.
I mean, it was like I absolutely love that movie, and I've just grown up with these people. I feel like, and to go from 11, 12 to now 31, and it's like watching this progress over half of my life has been, it's kind of.
It's crazy because when you watch the first one, it's more like adult, and as the movies progress, it's more of a kid, and it's the opposite of your own life. You start off as a kid watching a movie, now you're an adult.
Yeah.
It's more of a kid movie.
In the first one, Dom had a car that he didn't drive because he's scared of it. In this one, he's jumping cars off bridges, catching the wheel on a bridge and swinging across a mountain.
Yeah. Okay.
And he eyed it
A
up.
little bit of character development.
He eyed it up. And then they land, and neither one of them has on seatbelts, and not a damn airbag is going on.
Yeah, that scene's in the trailer. They put a lot in the trailer, actually, because I went back and
Yeah.
watched the trailer. Like a lot of the stuff.
Not as much as that escape movie that they prepped.
Oh
But-
God, yeah.
but,
Everything is in that movie.
I feel like these movies now are just a mix between, I would say, James Bond and Indiana Jones. If it was all directed by Michael Bay,
yeah.
like just
Squared.
everything.
Yeah.
And honestly, we talked about it last night. I'm pretty sure Dom and his squad could take the Avengers.
At this
I said
point-
last night that he
at
beat
this
Superman.
point-
I hope you enter that picture somewhere right here.
At this point,
Yeah,
yeah,
John- John made a picture for
Please
that.
put that picture in
I
somewhere
will.
right here.
I will.
I'm pretty sure Dom, as long as his family's around,
And
can
it's
beat
funny,
Superman.
and it's
hand in
funny.
hand.
I said the invincible thing earlier because Roman actually, like how crazy he is. He comes in and says, he's like, I don't think you guys get it.
Yeah.
Look at this jacket, got 13 holes in it. Look at me, not a scratch. And then of course Luda goes back and forth. I love those two.
Yeah.
That their dialect, it's very creative. I think a lot of that is probably ad lib because of how well those two know each other.
Yeah.
Like they are hilarious together.
I think it's Tyrese. I think carried this movie. Like I think a
Oh,
lot
yeah.
of it, like the enjoyment for me, came from him. which is really funny because I did not like his character when he was introduced in the second one.
Really?
He was super annoying, and I was like,
he was very hood,
extra loud, and like, I was like, oh man, I don't. But he has grown every movie. I feel like I've liked him more and more.
Paul Walker, the end of that one is like, my pockets ain't empty, could.
Yeah, dude. Yep. Yeah.
Ejecto seat, cuz.
Yeah, man. But yeah, I think he carried this movie. The scene that you're just describing, I love that. The scene in the Fierro, like getting ready to. Also in the preview, they're on this like crazy looking space shuttle, and
Mr. Sounds.
My watch, man.
Yeah, they're getting shot into space.
Yeah.
So
I think, honestly, this movie would seem ridiculous if it was a cartoon. Even if this... What's happening right now?
Dude, I'm trying to turn...
Hey, don't worry about Ben. He's just Blockbuster Ben. This is his thing, real life movie talk.
I thought it was all connected.
We're not editing any of that out. We need that. We need that in here.
So I put Do Not Disturb on. I thought it would link to all the devices. It does not.
Now you guys know he's not a robot. He's real.
It's not a Wi-Fi.
To air is human, right?
Huh?
It might not be on Wi-Fi or something.
No, I am. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Sorry, I apologize.
It's all right.
Ben, you're moving to this spot now.
Shit, we got a lot of moving on. Oh, man.
So... I feel like even as a cartoon, this movie would be a little ridiculous.
And yeah, they have been getting the action sequences have been going more and more outrageous.
So the question, I mean, it has to, because what can you do? I mean, it's literally the same movie.
Yep.
There's a bad guy. We drive cars.
Right.
How do we get this thing from the bad people and get it back to us and save the world? Like, how many different storylines can there be?
Plus resurrections.
Right. We can say anything?
Not yet. We're almost there. So we're going to finish up general thoughts, and then we get into spoilers.
All right, so we did things we liked, right?
Not yet. Nope. This has all just been kind of general.
Okay.
The last thing I wanted to say... Oh, no. I lost my train of thought. It had something to do with what you were just saying. Shoot.
About what else can you talk about? How else can you rewrite the movie?
Yeah, no, the stunt people.
Yeah.
I watched the special, so I watched the last one leading into this. Their goal is to up the ante. They're like, how can we outdo the last one? And
how can we make it more fantastic?
Exactly, and yeah, so that's what they're going for that, and they're hitting it.
Right.
So anyway, now we can jump into our
the Pink Panther might be in the next one.
Dragons.
Pink Panther, yeah.
Jon Snow. If they put Arya in the next one, I swear to God, I will buy it.
They're gonna be riding dragons in the next one.
There's only one more.
No,
drifting them.
No, it'll be like.
I thought it was 2 more.
I thought it was slated for 10.
It'll be Jon Snow and a dragon, and somehow Vin Diesel will throw
races them around.
But okay, spoilers ahead, guys. We're gonna jump into our things we liked, things we didn't like. We're there now. So first up, things you liked. I mean, go for it. The cars. I mean, that's why I see these movies. They always have the latest and greatest in cars, man.
He had the old Plymouth, right? And that's the cars he was driving at the end, Vin Diesel, that all blacked out Plymouth.
Charger. It was a Charger.
Was it a Charger?
Yeah, yeah. Because they make the point about the 70 Charger.
Yeah.
That's like his.
And his brother drives a Mustang the whole time.
Yeah, and so
his brother's in it.
Yeah, and I also liked a lot of the flashback scenes. There was a lot of flashback scenes. They tie it back. The story he tells in the first movie about this guy he beat, why he went to jail in the first place. Yeah. They show you what, like, and they show his brother and everything. So like I like that, and the cars. I love the cars.
I like that. I think that it's the end. I think that they brought everybody back. They show that last little family reunion thing with the little groups from the different sets of movies.
Yep.
I know they had the part at the end, the very, very end.
Yeah.
But I feel like as far as the F's,
yeah.
I feel like that is it.
Yeah.
I really think that part of it's over. Now I think it could be little spin-offs, obviously, from what you see, but
well, there's one more movie coming.
Fast Furious 10 is on the.
Oh, is it?
Way back before Paul Walker passed.
Yeah.
They signed for 10.
Oh, okay.
So as far as spin-offs, maybe.
Right.
But
maybe what they show you at the end is what will.
That's going to be, I think, the last movie.
Okay.
Which I also like that. I thought that was.
I like Han's character, man.
I do too.
Yeah.
But Chris, your likes, anything?
So we mentioned it a little earlier, but Peaky Blinders. Dom's little brother in the flashback scenes is from Peaky Blinders, and I thought he was great.
Michael, right?
Michael and Peaky Blinders, but as Dom's little brother in
Jacob,
the flashbacks.
Jacob.
You took my leg.
I thought he was
son of a gun.
I thought he was awesome. Aside from Tyrese and his little funny quirks, which some were very forced, but there were some funny ones. Like, they came back to the garage and it flashback to one of the movies earlier. He's like, come on, where's the food? My forehead's hungry.
That was
funny.
such a good line.
It's a good callback.
And the whole bit about, like, he was making fun of how ridiculous they got.
It really needs that.
Throughout the entire movie.
When they're on their way to space? No, we're not okay.
Yeah.
We're up here duct taping ourselves together. We're not okay. And then when they start floating and all the candy wrappers come up.
Yeah.
There's definitely some funny parts. I like the fact that they break up the insanity of the action scenes with some real, some reality. Yeah. It does, it lets you, you need a break. You need a break from, throwing a whatever that tanker truck, extension truck, 18-wheeler thing at a jet, whatever. Yeah. Yeah. You still don't know what happens with her.
I think that's also going to be the 10th movie.
Yeah.
I think it's all going to come together.
I love her. Yeah, I like it was great also.
Yeah.
She's so hot.
She does a good job. I don't like that haircut at all.
No, but she's super hot. Yeah. I like her in that movie with Seth Rogen.
Yeah, the political one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Dislikes?
So, if we're going to take the obvious fantastical stuff out of it, I didn't like... There's a scene where there's like 50 guys chasing them and they're in this little... looks like a tank. The thing that they climb up in Deep Blue Sea. It looks like... So... He shuts the door and says, go without me. So he can jump down and delay them from getting to her. And she just stands there and waits.
Yeah.
He sacrificed himself for you. You're just going to watch?
Get out of there! Yeah.
I didn't like that. It felt like they spent so much money on everything.
Special effects.
Except for directors and writers.
Yeah. Well, no, I don't mind the Justin Lin as a director I like, but the script was a little...
Well, yeah, I guess
he did a lot of...
dialogue and stuff.
Well, no, because he wrote the screenplay, so kind of did. Yeah, but he hasn't written any of the other ones. He only directed all the other ones that he directed. This one he wrote and directed. I was like, maybe leave that off the table.
Yeah,
you know?
I did really enjoy all the callbacks too.
Yeah, yep. And he's been involved in so many of them, which is why that works. I think even the callback with the guy with the broken nose, that Paul Walker broke his nose, like that he gets his face slammed into a wall like 4 times. And he's on the plane. Remember, his nose is all jacked up. So his nose was still jacked up from like Fast and Furious 4. So the callbacks, the attention to detail, I thought was great.
I did not like when they get into that base, that secret base or whatever, and they're all standing there and they wait until there's only 4 of them or 5 of them to pull all the weapons and guns from everybody.
You turn it
yeah, why the hell? As good as all those guys fight, why didn't they just do that right away? Yeah. They beat the hell out of everybody the entire time, just fists. Yeah. Why didn't they do it right? They would have beat the hell out of those guys.
Yeah.
I mean, in that scene you're talking about, he beats the crap out of like 30 people by himself. There was only 30 people there.
Yeah.
They should have done it right then. I mean, there was definitely some missed opportunities with that. But again, like, I really didn't expect anything out of this movie at all. I expected nothing. So I went in there with zero, expectations, and I came out happy. You know what I mean? It could have really been worse.
Yeah, it definitely could.
I thought some of the action scenes actually looked fairly decent.
A lot of them looked good, but there was one. My big dislike, man, is that opening sequence with the you talked about the car when he hooks it to that thing and swings the whole car around. But
when he jumps off the bridge,
like when the bridge is gone, right? And he drives up, hooks it to the metal cable
on the bridge.
Yeah, but before that. The fact that the bridge gets blown up, as Ludacris is hitting it in a Jeep.
That's why I said I wish I bought a Jeep.
Dude, I heard you say that. So as the bridge starts to fall, he's still able to drive this Jeep on this wooden bridge as it's falling. No way. No. Like, I can buy a lot of those crazy stunts. No way. The second that falls,
80% of
gravity, you're done. That Jeep is going straight to...
It would never happen.
No, it just... That, again, but you gotta... Yes. There's a certain level of acceptance. But that, I was like, it
is a video game.
All 3 of the cars in that scene were terrible. Yeah. He drove over a broken bridge, then Diesel caught it on a tire and swung, and then his brother drives off a cliff and an airplane catches
It's called by a magnet.
Stop!
Yeah, that bridge thing. And when that happened, I was like, oh, this is gonna be rough. Yeah. But it wasn't as bad as like...
Those may have been, they may have...
that was probably one of the worst.
Yeah. And collectively.
Yeah.
I was laughing a lot.
The Cardi B cameo. Hated it.
Facts.
Hated it, dude.
Hated it.
Him and I joked about how many takes it took her to say that word.
To say biometrics? I do, literally, right here. She was talking about biometrics. She's probably never said that word in her life.
You don't know what it means.
Don't know what it means. Probably can't spell it. She is so dumb.
That girl got biometric, don't it?
Dude, she is. I could not believe that. I was
You know
like,
what makes me upset? Is that she may be in the next one.
probably.
Because they show her whole crew.
Yeah, yeah. That made me. Yeah. Ugh.
Good for you, Cardi B. You do your
Yeah,
thing.
good
You
for
came
you.
a long way from a stripper and taking things in your butt.
Right. Yeah.
They're stealing stuff from people after
Yeah.
they drug them.
Yeah.
Speaking of which,
Like
Bill
the man-
Cosby's out.
Yeah, I was gonna talk. Hey!
Let's
Sorry.
check that.
I got so slowing on up there.
Don's dogs are going crazy.
I'm gonna step out for 1 second.
Yep.
All right, so what's next? The,
Best line,
director's
best scene.
head?
Best line, best scene.
Ooh, best line.
I really liked. There's a line in one of the flashback scenes where there's something I forget exactly how it. And this happens a lot. I forget the lead in, but Dom's father says to him, "It's not about being the stronger man. It's about being the bigger man." And I really like that. I thought that was a good piece of advice for a father to give a son.
Yeah,
I like that a
I
lot.
like that a lot too.
Yeah.
I thought that was a good line. Powerful. Honestly, maybe it's just me, but it took me a minute to realize that was Dom. Like in the flashback scene.
They said it kind of right up front.
Well, it said Toretto, and they saw him. They showed him. And I thought initially that was like Dom's grandfather.
Oh,
Because it was
yeah.
89. And Dom looked like he was and that guy looked like he was in his 20s.
Yeah.
So right now, Dom would be mid-50s.
Yeah.
If that was the case. But I guess he winds up, he's just looked over his age. He was probably
Yeah.
a young teen or old teens or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But that line was great. Mine,
What is this?
Best line. Your favorite line, favorite scene.
honestly, my favorite line is when Charlize Theron tells the other guy that he's like Yoda from Star Wars.
I couldn't remember the line, but yes.
And he said, "Well, that's good. Yoda was powerful." She said, "No, Yoda was a puppet with someone else's hand up their ass."
Yep.
And I was like, "Wow, that's
Yep.
good."
Yep.
You got a favorite line?
That was probably it.
I really appreciated the drag racing scene too in the flashback, where Dom gets out of jail and his brother has become like the king of the racing scene in East LA, and he shows up and these movies were built on drag racing cars, right? So they flash back to everyone's out for these street races, radios, roads ready to go, 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 and
I
they
missed that, honestly. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was great.
They
love
always
that.
have like one scene similar to that in all the movies. But
Yeah.
it's good to stay a little true to what you like.
What you were,
I
yeah.
didn't know we were doing best line. I would have thought about more.
Oh yeah, sorry man. It's it's hard. You can't even like
Set me up.
No, but you can't even like. I tried to look. I was trying to remember so much of the dialogue, and there's no quotes listed right now because it's so
I like the
new.
conversation that he has with his dad's best friend when he comes back to his garage and he
Yeah.
stops and he's like, "Hey, I hope you escaped your pain or something like that."
Yeah.
And he tells him because he's like, what does he say? Something about him living with pain or something like that. He's got to learn to forgive or something.
Yeah.
That was a pretty good scene.
Revenge will kill you. Or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
Yep. Would you guys have done anything different with the movie? Like, would you have changed anything? Like, done something like, they did this. I wouldn't have gone that way.
Put the director's cap on.
Could have been 45 minutes shorter. You could have took some of the action scenes out of it. I mean, I think some of it was unnecessary. Honestly.
Yeah.
A lot of that driving through the jungle part before they get like you didn't need all of this.
No.
You know what I mean? We didn't need there's a lot of editing that they could have did. I mean, the way they filmed it, it was probably originally 6.5 hours or something.
Probably. Yeah. Probably.
That's shortening it. That's not a bad idea.
I don't know if I would have.
It wasn't unwatchable. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Again, it didn't really feel, but it was. I just felt like it was everything was so much.
Yeah.
It could have just been a little bit less.
Yeah. I don't know if I would have brought Han back. I mean, they explain it
But
with how.
they do because of the next movie.
And I get it.
They probably already wrote the next movie when they wrote this one.
Probably, but
That'll be the first time.
Right.
It seems like every one of these is written after the fact. Like it's an
yeah,
afterthought.
it's like, oh damn, why did we, and
How are we gonna explain this?
yeah, and I think when there's no risk of losing a character, then it's like, well, I'm not really.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Every situation that happens that's bad, I'm like, they're gonna figure.
I wish they would have showed Paul Walker's face at the end too. Just a little bit out of respect for his character.
Yeah,
right there when he pulls up in the car. Because I know they got thousands of hours of scene from him, you know. And even some of his later work, even if it wasn't in this movie, he's done other, you know, other productions. So
it would have been cool if when the skyline pulled up, they just flashed his scenes of him from the first movies that he was in, and then faded out with pictures of him partying or something.
Yeah.
Even if they showed you're right. Even if they showed like the back of him getting out of the car, and then they showed some of the other scenes.
Yeah, that'd been cool.
And you know what I noticed? Dom was always leaning on a doorway, like looking at stuff. Like in every movie, he's always like looking into something. And what they don't spend any money on his outfits. It's always tank tops and some sort of pair of pants or shorts.
Where do you think he donates all those sleeves? Huh? The sleeves of his shirts. Where do you think he donates?
They're tank tops. Oh wait, he does wear a lot of sleeveless too. Yeah, like the mechanic shirts.
Probably makes headbands out of
He
them.
throws them at Letty. Cut the sleeves off this. I'm wearing it tonight.
He uses them as cloths, to wash his hands when he's working on his cars.
So if I'm a director in this scenario, I got an ending for the next one.
Okay.
I think in the next one, the world has to end. Everyone needs to be dead. The entire world except Dom. He's dead. Everyone's dead. They look at him. He just opens his eyes in space, and then boom, fade out.
You know what's funny you say that, dude? Because I was going to ask you guys at that moment where you think he's going to sacrifice himself,
And he shows his life.
Would the movie have been better if they killed him right there?
It would have been better if they killed him 3 movies ago.
Yeah, but like if he actually dies,
Yeah.
like there's no way he can. When he fell, I was like, holy shit! But I was like, oh, there's water.
Right.
Yeah, there was no chance in my head that he was going to die there. But yes,
I think it makes it better. I think it makes it better.
I think it would, well, because you guys don't like the writers. I think it would have taken a more creative writer to create the rest of the story there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Without him.
The whole thing's lazy writing.
Right.
Sorry.
But to be perfectly honest, you might be right. You might be able to just grab anybody out of that. I don't think you can take Charlize. Yeah, I don't think you can take her character. She may be the best character on the whole movie. Honestly, she's so vindictive. Like she's a villain. She's just a pure villain in that series
because she has no real motivation other than these superpowers. We're gonna keep them in check, kind of thing. Like,
yes.
Who's the worst character?
The worst character?
I didn't like the moneymaker guy, the delegate's son or whatever. I didn't like his character.
Okay.
I think he was a little. I don't know. His acting was terrible, and he was like the scene. Okay, so one of the scenes I hated is like when he comes to see his brother inside of the embassy or whatever.
Yeah.
And why they bring 20 guys out there with guns to do? Like one guy would have done fine. Like he all he did was have one pistol and they were aiming at each other.
Yeah.
They got to bring 40 guys out there for. I mean, some of it was just so. That's what I'm saying. Like that writing, it's just. But again, I didn't expect anything from the movie, so I got exactly what I expected. I enjoyed the parts that I enjoyed. I thought the humor in it was good. It broke it up good.
Yeah.
Would I go see it again? No.
I'm not huge on Lucas.
Really?
You know
I think
what?
Roman needs him though.
He does. I wish it was a different person.
I wish it was better back and forth. It's just he doesn't act well.
No.
Seems like he takes 30 seconds to say one thing.
Yeah. And he's very responsive. He's not the progressive side of any of those conversations.
Yeah.
Sorry, Luda.
Right.
Yeah, I would maybe agree with that because I like I like Ramsey, the hacker chick on
Yeah,
the team.
she is cool.
Yeah.
And then like Dom, obviously Letty's the best. You know,
I think she's a lesbian in real life.
Michelle Rodriguez.
Yeah.
I don't know that.
Yeah, I've seen some pictures of her on the beach with. I'm pretty sure it's with her girlfriend. Now.
Cool.
She does a good job loving Dom.
Yeah. Okay. Y'all ready to score this thing? You got a score? Have you thought about it? Here's the scale.
Yeah, I kind of have an idea of where I am.
Chris, go first.
Oh, I gotta look at it.
Oh, come on, man. You don't know our scale?
I know I scale, but I always look at it.
All right. All right, John, go.
5'7".
So funny.
Yeah, I'm not like a 5'5".
Yeah.
Let me find out you're 5'7".
I was 5'8".
Okay.
That's so funny, man. Because I think, and my justification is, as much as there were a bunch of things I didn't like, there's more that I liked. And it's fun. It's still fun.
It is fun, right? So yeah,
I didn't want to leave the theater at any given point. I didn't get up to pee or anything like that.
It's a fun movie.
Yep. It's exactly what you would want.
Right.
When I talked to my buddies last night after I got home, they were, how was it? I said, it's exactly what you expect it to be, and that you're able to enjoy it.
The whole movie, I was looking forward to the credit scene.
I laughed.
That's honest to God. That was like, what is going to be in the credits?
Yep.
And there are definitely some funny parts.
I laughed a lot, but only because of how ridiculous some of the parts were.
Yeah.
Like when Dom was catching people cars, I was like,
Dude, I could hear you guys.
Him and I are just sitting over there like doing hand gestures and shit and what they're
Yeah.
stuff. Damn it.
Oh, man. Okay, so there it is. Locked in. Some things we liked, things we didn't like. You know, if you're a fan of the series, definitely watch it.
it's the only 5 we're going to tell you to go see. I can tell you that.
Citrus action in there.
A lot of weed.
Life.
Ooh, that's, yeah.
So if anyone at home ever wonders why I mark my beer, it's because we're in this game called Life, and if you don't mark your beer, you have to chug it if someone calls Life on you. John had his mark, Ben unmarked it, I called Life. Boom.
Oh, shit. Sorry, dude.
Drink.
Okay.
But that's a pass. That's not
Yeah,
fair.
that was
You can't unmark somebody's beer.
Yeah, my apology.
Which he's
I
done to Ian before and made him drink the beer because Ian wasn't paying attention.
Damn.
Ian might be the easiest person on the planet to life.
We give him life insurance.
We do. That's so true.
Okay, guys,
Yep.
let's get into it. Last segment of the evening. We said last week we're bringing back Ultimate Blockbuster Night, and in honor of we did the Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard last week.
Yep.
We were like, hey, Samuel L. Jackson has got a crap ton of movies. Let's do a Samuel L. Jackson movie night.
Hey, tired of these goddamn snakes in this goddamn plane.
Yeah.
I don't think that's how that goes.
Yeah, it's a little
Yeah.
different.
I think you're. Wow.
And so we're going to draft just like we did with the Disney edition, if you remember. We drew numbers beforehand. I got 1, Chris got 2, John got 3. So we don't even have to move. So it's snake
Snake
draft, just like last time. Yep. And we're going to pick our 5 favorite Samuel L. Jackson movies to create the ultimate Samuel L. Jackson blockbuster night. And then just, again, like last time, it'll go up. You guys will get to vote on it. And then we'll recap all the results next week.
You have another pen?
I do not.
I don't
Yeah,
worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Okay, so you ready to get into this?
Yes. I'm excited to see what your first pick is.
Do you want to take a guess at what my first pick is going to be?
Yes.
All right, take a guess.
Unbreakable.
Nope.
Formula 51.
No, but I love that movie.
That is a pretty good.
Never
What's
heard of
crazy? It's a terrible movie, but it's so great. Samuel L. Jackson, man, if you haven't seen it,
Yeah.
I grew up watching. Me and my brother absolutely love that movie.
Okay.
I'm not. You know. Can I tell you? Okay.
Please, please, please.
I want to tell you the truth. I didn't even want to say the movie. I think you're gonna pick just in case.
Right, that's right. I didn't either. He ain't set me up.
I always said Unbreakable because he talked about it earlier.
I'm going Django.
That's a good pick.
Django Unchained. When I tell you, he was one of the most hateable characters I've ever had. Like, I hated him so much in that movie. He was so good.
There's 2 movies on here you can really hate him in.
Yeah, but man, so there we go. Django's my first. Christoph?
I like that I get 2 in a row.
It's nice when you get 2 in a row.
Now, just a caveat.
Please tell him.
If he's a minor cameo, he's not in it. Did you already say that?
No. I think we said it last
Yeah,
week.
I'm sorry.
We might have said it last week, but yeah, when it's like you said, cameo, real small roles, we excluded those. Coming to America, Goodfellas, because that's not a Samuel L. Jackson.
Those are great
movie.
movies,
Yeah.
but you're not. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go with The Avengers.
Okay, first Avengers. Big part of that movie.
Okay. Mine are easy then. I'm going to Time to Kill
Great movie.
and Die Hard with a Vengeance.
Oh, that's a good
That's what I wanted, man.
That's why I didn't say it earlier.
Yeah.
I didn't want to say that at all.
Yeah. I would have gone that first because I just watched it recently and I loved it
I
so
also
much.
just watched it recently.
But
so good.
But I wanted Django the most,
Yeah.
and I didn't want to.
If you didn't pick it, I would have picked it.
Yeah.
I love that movie.
Yeah.
I'm playing this game to win.
You said John. I went Time to Kill, and you went
Die Hard with a Vengeance.
Die Hard. That's right. Die Hard with a Vengeance. All right, Chris.
I'm going Pulp Fiction.
Okay, that's another one I wanted. Great one. Okay.
How many do we get? 5, right?
We get 5. Yep, we're gonna go 5 on this. I'm gonna go Captain America: The Winter Soldier.
That's a good pick.
Dude, that one to me, when we did our Marvel movie rankings and podcasts, that's one of my favorites. It's like a spy thriller in the Marvel universe. I absolutely love that movie. So yeah, there I am, Winter Soldier. And then my next after that.
Oh yeah, it's you twice. Sorry.
Thank you.
You better not.
Yeah, you better not.
Better not what?
Better not be in that toilet.
Man, oh man, I don't know if I want to do it.
Still there.
Oh yeah, I wasn't even looking at that.
Still there.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Unbreakable actually.
How you didn't pick that? We talked about that earlier.
We did, and I just.
It is a really good movie.
It is. It's great, and I was looking.
Yeah,
in,
yeah.
it's in alphabetical order,
Yeah,
so I was
you're
looking
looking
down.
on it, yeah.
I was on the left side. I just hadn't got over there yet. Okay, Chris.
I feel like I want to crush you guys. Star Wars Episode 3.
Yeah, I was
I
thinking
don't
of
even
that
like
too.
that movie.
That is the most tolerable one of the prequels. It's actually pretty good.
I don't really like any of them, to be honest
But
with you.
it's Hayden Christensen. He ruined the prequels. He's one of the worst actors.
They're bringing him
ever.
back, I
I think I heard that. I'm not happy about it.
think. He does. Yeah, he doesn't do a
Yeah.
good job.
Yeah.
He's got an angry face all the time.
Yeah, he's the worst. If I'm being honest.
It's like saying words hurts him.
Yeah.
It's painful to speak.
Yeah, man.
I feel like I'm old. I'm an old man.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to go rules of engagement.
Oh man, who's the other guy in that? There's like another big actor in that movie.
I got it. It's right there.
It's not Travolta.
He's also in Marshall. What the hell is his name?
I don't know. Hold on.
His lawyer. He's
Yeah, I'm trying to think of it right now.
Nope. Son of a gun.
I like the idea of keeping this up here with me now, where I can just
Boom, boom.
Yeah.
IT guy Ben.
And the negotiator.
Tommy Lee
Yeah,
Jones.
Tommy Lee Jones.
Great actor.
I'm going
Man,
to-
look at him. Look at that face.
The negotiator.
Also, great movie.
Yeah. These are all great.
Yeah.
His movies.
Yeah. Yep.
He's the lead in all these movies. So
Yep.
you guys
That's not what I'm doing.
you guys are going to win because people know the movies you're picking.
No,
but
no, no,
I
no.
love these movies that he's in. Where he's a main character.
He's a main character in Django.
Oh yeah,
and
yeah.
Captain America.
Oh yeah, and he's in there for a long time. Captain.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like these movies because he's a major part. Time to Kill is one of my favorites.
It's a great movie.
That's such a good movie.
Great movie. These are my last two coming up. Shit.
I'm gonna have to go
Drake.
Shaft.
Oh.
It's a good one.
Which
That's
one?
a good
Which
one.
one?
The original.
2000, of course.
Okay.
This 19's good. If
It's
you haven't
o-
seen it, it's funny.
Yeah, it's okay. It's not nearly as good as the first
No,
one.
it's a little overdone.
Yeah. Let this.
All right, these are my last two. I gotta
back
think
to
on this, man. Whew. This is rough.
I don't think so. I know Breezy's going Captain Marvel. That's his favorite movie. He's going to do it for Tucker.
It's a no for me, though.
I'm gonna go Black Snake Moan. And if you haven't seen it, you got to.
That's a strong movie.
Yeah, you got to.
That's another movie you can.
Bro,
hate
that song, that blues song he plays, I put 9 of my bullets in his. Oh man,
that's another movie.
Yeah.
Man, I love him in.
And lastly, Kingsman.
I like that movie.
I think he's great in that movie.
Yes, that's a really good movie.
Yep, he's a great villain. Great villain. The list was annoying, but the villain overall.
Yeah, the list, yeah.
But yeah, okay. Boom, boom, boom. I'm done. Chris, I think
I'm going to cheat a little bit, I
1,
think.
2, 3. This is your last one.
And I'm going to
Your last
do
one?
The Other Guys.
All right, we'll take it.
It's one of my favorite comedies of all time.
Mine's easy. Coach Carter.
Okay. All right.
You guys didn't pick anywhere to start.
What are you talking about? He's the main guy in everything that I picked.
He's not the main guy to Django.
I picked Shaft.
Oh, you're right. But he's a major role. I mean, he's a major role.
I like my list.
That movie's like 4 hours long, so...
But again, every movie that I pick is like pre-2012.
Dude,
I almost picked Deep Blue Sea, but The Other Guys is so good.
Look,
I
Jackie Brown and Menace to Society are awesome movies, but I don't know your listenership.
Yeah.
They may not pick it. You know what I mean? I love Jackie Brown. That's an awesome movie.
It's a great movie. I almost went Incredibles. He's Frozen, right? I mean, you cater to the children, you know?
You're catering to the listeners. I mean, next time I'm going to sabotage
I cater
this.
to the listeners.
Yeah.
Dude, I know,
gonna
and
kill
that's
this
kind of
list,
how
I
it
feel
goes,
like.
but like, I want, like, if anything, I'm saying these movies for people to see them. Like, if you trust what I say about movies, like, listen to me. Black Snake Moan, if you've never even heard of it, it's a wild movie. It's great.
So that's a great movie.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that people, when they read the title, they read it and say Samuel L. Jackson movies, and then they look. Because if they just look at a list, he's probably going to win. But if they go Samuel L. Jackson, they see Die Hard with a Vengeance and Rules of Engagement. Rules of Engagement is so good.
Yeah.
It's such a good movie.
Yeah.
I think Die Hard is the only movie I want on my list that I didn't have.
Yeah,
The rest of you guys suck.
Wow.
What?
I'm eating your
Get
popcorn.
out of here.
Piece of crap.
Dude, you know what, though? The Negotiator is one of the
Very good movie.
it's like one of that stands out vividly in my mind, like from a childhood. Like
Even though Kevin Spacey's in it?
Yeah, because it's like one of the first R-rated movies I was allowed to watch. You know, I mean, it's a great movie.
If
Awesome
we learned
story.
anything about the movie awards, people are just going to draft the most recognizable name.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? In fantasy football, I want to draft Ray Rice every year.
Yeah.
But turns out he's not in the league anymore.
The first Hitman's Bodyguard is funny as hell.
Yeah, I think movies are great.
Hateful Eight. That's
He's
also
got
a pretty good
banger
movie.
list of movies.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, dude,
I forgot about a lot of
we
these
could go
movies.
Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
I mean, Jurassic Park is a crazy.
All right, so let's read down your list. What are your movies?
All right, mine. I've got Black Snake Moan, Captain America: The Winter Soldier, Django Unchained, Kingsman: The Secret Service, and Unbreakable.
These are bangers here. I'm sorry, guys. I have The
Mine?
Avengers, Star Wars Episode 3, Pulp Fiction,
That's the only one I should have
Shift,
picked.
and the other guys.
Bro, the other you cheated. Like you literally said he's in the other guys for 10 minutes.
We talked about if we should take it off
We
or not.
crossed it off.
I thought we did cross.
All
Look,
right,
it's
we're crossing it
crossed
off.
off.
I'll draft someone else.
Yeah.
Good. The other guys is out. I'm going to take
Oh, all of a sudden.
Jurassic Park. No, I'm just joking.
That's what I'd pick.
He's in there for like 2 minutes also.
Yeah.
SWAT.
Hondo.
I did.
Hondo. I love him.
Can I do SWAT?
Yeah, dude.
He's a big part of that movie. You see him on almost all
It
the
was
time.
between SWAT and Deep Blue Sea, but I got to go
Dude,
SWAT.
bro, when he gets eaten by the shark, it's the best, man.
Fucking shark
Yeah.
ate me.
Yeah, man. But again, and also, we talked about it, and the only reason I didn't pick Formula 51, sorry, Adam, is because nobody knows it but me, you, and John, apparently. But it's a great movie.
Yeah.
It's him and Robert Carlyle. It's set in England. He plays this, he walks around in a kilt the whole time. And, dude, it's so funny.
You don't see African Americans in kilts very often.
There's a funny scene. He's sitting on a plane.
About it.
And, he's, in the chair, and, he's asleep, and his, legs are kind of open, and then, the girl in front of him is like...
Nice dick.
Yeah, it was,
Big dick, bro.
yeah. And then the stewardess sees, and she puts, a blanket over the kilt. Yeah, the only other one I thought, it was either between Django and the Hateful Eight.
Yeah. Hateful Eight I really liked.
He's
dialogue, yeah.
but I love that.
I love it too.
Did you see, by the way, Tarantino's on Rogan, latest episode?
Is it good?
Oh, really?
I'm like 10 minutes in, 20 minutes in. It's like a 3-hour count. I've been waiting
That
for
dude's a
this.
psycho.
He is a nut.
Yeah.
I've heard.
Yeah.
Was it you and I that were talking about how he was on set? How he is on set?
Yeah.
Like full on
When I was telling you how he was with
Pulp Fiction, Revenant.
no, it was Django, but it was
Oh, Django. Yes. Right.
the lead guy. What's his name?
Leo? No, Jamie Foxx.
Jamie Foxx.
Oh yeah, just
He's
strutting
screaming
around
at-
on your horse.
Yeah, I knew it. I knew how he was coming. If you haven't seen that story, it's awesome.
Okay.
Jamie Foxx tells it. It's hilarious.
All right. Well, that's it. The lineups are set. The picture will be out probably Monday.
What are your movies?
Oh, did we not get to yours? Yeah, sorry, John.
I got A Time to Kill,
Great.
Coach Carter,
Great.
Die Hard with a Vengeance, Rules of Engagement, and The Negotiator.
I
So
forgot
if you were born
I forgot about Time to Kill.
before
That's a
1990, you would probably love these movies.
You-
But if all you hipsters out there, all you
Hipsters.
millennials, you're not gonna like these. You probably have never seen it.
that's
You've
not
never
true.
seen a Blockbuster or a VHS, so you may not be able to
A
appreciate.
Time to Kill is great.
It's awesome.
Holds up.
It is an awesome movie.
The Negotiator holds
Yeah.
up.
Die Hard with a Vengeance holds up.
It's been a while since I've seen Shaft. A long time since I've seen Rules of Engagement. I kind of want to watch that again.
Good. I love all military war. I love all
Yeah.
war military movies.
But
I'm pretty sure Deep Blue Sea wouldn't hold up.
Die Hard's fresh in my mind,
Yeah.
man. That is a great,
Really is.
great
So
movie.
good.
Really is.
When they got to put the 3 gallons in
You
the,
talking about a villain?
4
He's
gallons
got
in the 3.5?
Yeah,
Awesome.
you got a 2-gallon jug and a 5-gallon jug, and you got 5 and a 3.
Three,
you got
you
a
gotta
3.
get 4.
Yeah,
That's one of the things I respect about that movie is the villain.
he's
man.
great. He's
Like,
so good.
and it would make sense. Remember my brother was talking about when we did
Yeah.
the movie reviews how the villain has to have a good plan.
Yeah.
And it really
Yeah.
the police are all in this
It's
crazy,
almost perfect.
and you think it's about this whole thing the whole time,
Right.
and you're like,
Plot twist.
yeah,
Right.
he's just a
Plot
he's just a-
twist.
man. It's-
Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
They
Well,
catch him.
I mean what was it?
Yeah,
90?
Yeah,
When did that come
99?
out? Yeah.
or before?
No, it was early.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like 95, 4?
Yep.
Yeah. Pac was alive.
Guest of honor. What are we doing shots of?
Oh yeah.
Uh,
So
Host of honor.
go
now.
ahead. Pull that out, and I'll talk about next week.
So this was a gift from Samson, my brother-in-law. This is Isaac Bowman Pioneer Spirit. It's a bourbon whiskey finished in port barrels.
Samson.
46% alcohol by volume.
You guys remember?
While he's setting that up,
You know what I'm talking about?
I get my weed from Samson.
Yeah, okay. Somebody help me out, please.
all right.
Okay, so next week we will be recapping Ultimate Blockbuster Night. We're going to talk about episode 5 of Loki, and we're going to do a 2-banger movie review. Okay, one released today, one releases tomorrow. They're both streaming movies, so they're easy to find. First, The Tomorrow War, starring Chris Pratt. That's an Amazon Prime movie. And then the one that comes out Friday the 2nd. And then the other movie is called No Sudden Moves. Don Cheadle. That's an HBO movie. Came out today. Thank you, sir. So yeah, that'll be there won't be any game at the end of next week because we're recapping Ultimate Blockbuster Night, and we're doing 2 movies. So I'm looking forward to the results and watching these movies because they both look. The No Sudden Moves looks pretty intense.
All right, I'm putting it down right now. I think the Don Cheadle movie gets a higher rating.
Between us, like the average?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay, so I haven't seen the preview for either.
I sent them to John days ago.
He did. I can't. No cap, as the kids say.
And it doesn't matter. He's got to watch them anyway.
This is a metaphor for your lying.
Can I tell you what was going to happen this weekend? A whole lot of drinking. So Monday, I'll have plenty of time.
Boom.
I'll finish Yellowstone, and I'm going to watch those 2 movies.
And
I'll be in this
from
basement.
from the comfort of your own home.
Right in this basement.
And then
I enjoyed going to the movies the other day. Though. If it wasn't for the air conditioning, I like the movies. I like the theater.
Me too. And
it's very expensive, but
yeah. Well, if we had gone Tuesday, it would have been
Spent 45 in snacks, but I
spent
think
45
Well,
on
you
tickets.
guys, I couldn't believe it. John bought 4 different boxes of candy.
Mind your business.
And a little spoiler alert into the following week. I don't know exactly what we're doing yet for everything, but we're definitely doing Black Widow.
Have to.
And we spoke to the movie theater. We're setting that up. It'll be sometime in July.
Yep, it's going to be the 3rd Thursday, I think. That's what we're shooting for.
Yep.
We're looking at, so all you that shared the movie awards,
Shawshank Redemption in theaters.
July 22nd. Thursday, July 22nd.
Thursday, July 22nd.
So we won't be shooting an episode that week. We'll be seeing the movie with...
Oh, okay.
Fan appreciation.
Yeah,
Okay,
yep, exactly.
cool.
Yep, so there it is. Anyway, cheers, John.
Cheers, boys.
To the new digs. Looking forward to where
some
we go
more.
from here. Yeah. And if you're looking for the clicky thing, it's right there.
Real talk for real movies, yeah, we'll listen. Real life for real hype, you feel different. Underrated, appreciated, or barely made it. You let us know at Law Bay, yeah, you really hate it. And Christmas like in the past, he got it going better. And like Jess, it didn't show up, and we don't let him. It's real talk, no theoretical, though it ain't invisible, man. It's so dependable, damn. You can't see him if it's dark or bright. Ask Chris with his Miller Lite. Or Blockbuster, it's so good, right? Candyman or Tony Dodd or Holy God. I mean the devil all the time, we're released alive. Apocalypto, go against the grain like your boy Adam, who drink Jack like Jungle Land and Nick Mullins. Educators, tell us what you know about him. Is it bad or good like Peanut Butter Falcon? Special guests like Danny D and Dave Arnold. Let us look to the future, Event Horizon. In real life, the movie will never stop. Till it does, we drop, and there's no getting up. Until then, subscribe and they let you know the tops. Only way to know for sure is to watch. So shut up and drink your pops, your soda and corn pops, and listen to the real life movie talk. I'm isolated like the lady in black, and I seek revenge for these movies that whack.
Everybody's phone on ring. Vibrating.
On ring? Is your phone on the loudest possible setting it could be on?
Well, John, you want to start us off with, and I'm back with another.
Whatever you want me to do.
I like that. Alright, so what's gonna happen is I'm gonna pretend like I'm gonna start talking. You say it over me.
Alright.
You good?
Yep.
Alright.